watch good.
I see that. Love it, love it, love it.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Hook and Ladder Cemetery. I am Hilda Ziifle Jung, one of 6 remarkable children of William and Lenora Ziifle. My father, my mother, and my sister Ruth are buried here with me. My sister Myra Tallheim is over by Newton Street. Y'all look for her when you head that way, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, my father, he was an entrepreneur. He was a hardworking man, a man of great intellect who knew the value of an education. And though he only had a 3rd grade education, he made sure all 6 of his children had the opportunity to attend college. Additionally, he was a man of great faith, and our family were longtime members of the Salem Evangelical Lutheran Church on Amelia Street. He was also a generous man, and the city of Gretna was looking to establish a park. He donated part of the land that is now Gretna City Park off of Gretna Boulevard. Now, my oldest sister, Lenora Ziifle Geiger, was a beloved math teacher and principal here in Gretna. My brother Robert was a graduate engineer from Tulane University, and he headed up the transportation department for NOPSI, the New Orleans Public Service. My sister Ruth graduated from Newcomb and went to work for Dr. George Birch. He was a renowned cardiologist, and she spent 45 years working with Dr. Birch, editing his various newspaper articles, magazines, and textbooks. My youngest sister, Myra, married Richard Tallheim. They had 4 children. Myra decided that her occupation should be teacher because then she could come home in time to be with her 4 children. Well, at only 45 years old, her husband tragically died, and she took a job over at Isidore Newman High School where her children were students. See, teachers' kids went for free. She had 4 of them. She taught algebra for 25 years at Isidore Newman. Now, my sister Ruth and I, we were salutatorians, and Myra was a valedictorian. All 4 sisters majored in math and science. We were women way ahead of our time. Well, I was born in 1922 here in Gretna on 6th Street, right across from St. Joseph Church. Daddy had a little grocery store, and behind the grocery store he had a fig tree and a vegetable garden and some chickens. It was the children's job to go out, feed the chickens, and pick up the chicken eggs. Then I went on to high school at Gretna High School, graduated in 1939, and had a scholarship to Newcomb College. Went to Newcomb and majored in math with a minor in physics, and graduated in 1943. My physics professor invited me to accompany her to Chicago to work on a top secret government project. Unfortunately, my father did not think Chicago was the place for a young girl to be by herself, so I had to turn that job down. That turned out to be the Manhattan Project, developing the atomic bomb. Well, I did take a job here at Higgins Aircraft out in Michoud, but I always wanted to do scientific research. So when a job became available at the Southern Regional Agricultural Research Center, I jumped on it. The government had just tasked us with trying to find a way to strengthen the tires that were being used in the vehicles in World War II. By using cotton fibers, they hoped to make these tires better for the vehicles. Well, I noticed when I was working with the cotton fibers that with certain chemicals I could wrinkle and unwrinkle the fibers at will. This turned out to be the development of wash and wear fabric, and that's patented in my name. Ladies, you're very welcome.
Yeah.
For this development, this research, I was awarded numerous awards. I was written up in 4 national science magazines. I was called to Washington, D.C. to receive the Professional of the Year Award from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. I received a certificate of accommodation from the Secretary of the Department of Agriculture for all of my research. When I was called to Washington, my husband Julius, who worked at the lab with me also, and my 3 sisters all came with me to Washington to get the award. Now, I worked at the lab for 35 years. Julius and I, we loved to do some traveling, but I was very sensitive to air pressure, so we didn't fly. We drove or did the train. We also did a few cruises, Alaska, the Caribbean, even the Panama Canal. Well, my faith, my family, and my church were always very important to me. I was a member of many civic organizations, professional organizations, and social organizations. But I'll tell y'all a secret, my favorite was always the Gretna Historical Society. Hope you enjoy your tour tonight. Thank you. Stay warm, please.